God, Weber. What the hell? You just crashed our ambulance. What were you thinking?
I sure wasn't thinking about driving an ambulance. Come on, it's not that bad. We can probably buff that out.
Buff that out? Are you crazy? There's a fucking telephone pole in the front end of the rig. You can't buff out a fucking telephone pole.
Oh, stop. It's not that bad. Let me back the ambulance up, and we'll take a look.
Holy shit. It's worse than I thought. The telephone pole is cracked in two and there are liquids leaking out of the engine. It looks like the fucking Indonesian tsunami over here. I swear there are buildings being washed away by the torrent of antifreeze running down the street.
Look, it's not my fault. The road is covered in snow. And the telephone pole is still standing. That means that the TV at base 6 will still work.
I don't think you understand the enormity of the situation here. Look, you crashed the ambulance. Someone is going to notice.
Oh, for God's sake. There are tons of telephone poles on this street. I'm sure the one I hit isn't all that necessary. Besides, the rig is still running. We could park it in the middle of the street and say that it was hit by a plow.
You crazy bitch. You said yourself that the road is covered in snow. How can we say it was hit by a plow if there hasn't been a plow on this street?
We could say the plow was driving with the plow raised up.
That's just stupid. Why would a plow be driving with the plow raised up? There are 8 inches of snow on the ground. We are in the middle of a fucking blizzard. What plow driver would drive with his plow raised up in weather like this?
It would save the state money.
Fuck the state, no one will believe it. There is a 2-foot hole in the hood of our ambulance. No fucking plow would make a hole like that.
Well then how about a Kubota? They have smaller plows. We could say it was cleaning off the sidewalks.
Did these sidewalks look plowed to you? That's even dumber. You're talking out of your ass. Look, there is no way we can say any kind of plow or plowing device hit our ambulance. Just look at the damn telephone pole.
What about it? It's still standing. If we kick snow against the bottom 2 feet of the pole, no one will see the crack.
But they will see the 2-inch deep impression of an ambulance grill permanently impressed into the wood. It may surprise you to know that most telephone poles do not come with that particular decorative marking, you stupid moron.
What the hell was that?
It was the street light falling out of the telephone pole. Would you like to blame that on the Kubota too?
Geez, what is your problem? Why are you taking this so seriously?
I hurt my pinky in the crash.
Oh my God, you can't be serious.
Look, it hurts. I think you broke my little finger.
I can't believe you are such a pussy. The little finger is perhaps the most useless appendage on the human body. For God's sake, suck on it.
Why don't you shut up and get me a cold pack? Or do you think that by hopping into the back of the rig you might somehow blow the ambulance up?
That was uncalled for.
Oh really? Have you forgotten about the 20-foot tall piece of wood that somehow got buried into the front end of our ambulance, or the environmental disaster incurred by the fluids leaching into the water table, or that we still have to call our supervisor and report this mess?
Oh, shit, I forgot all about that. Well, we'll just have to tell him about the plow.
Will you stop with the stupid plow shit? There is no plow, there was no plow, there never will be a plow. If you mention a plow one more time, I'm going to kill you.
Boy, you break a nail and all you can do is bitch. I never knew a manicure meant so much to you. I'll tell you what, when we get back to base, I'll file your nails for you.
Ha ha. You take over driving the rig for 30 seconds, and you hit a pole. You think I would trust you to come anywhere near me with a nail file? I'd probably lose a hand, maybe even my arm.
You know, you are making this whole situation a lot worse than it needs to be. The ambulance is still drivable. Let's just drive down the road and drop it in the river. We can say we slid on the unplowed snow.
Oh my God.
What now?
That's brilliant. That may actually work. No one would see anything but the tire tracks leading into the river. And we could say the damage to the front end was from a tree. We could actually get away with this.
Perfect. I'll start kicking the snow up against the telephone pole to hide the crack. Then we can drive toward the river and drown this bitch.
Great. Let's get going.
And then I can give you a manicure, like you wouldn't believe.
What are you talking about?
I'll start by rubbing some oil into your cuticles, then I'll trim your nails, and then buff them to a high gloss.
You know, Weber, you really are totally fucked in the head.